How would I damage anything like that?
Whoa. Today, we've got some fun stuff coming up here. We're gonna be working on Old Blue here, and we've got brake work to do. So we gotta get her flying up in the air. We've gotta go through the wheel cylinders, the rotors, the drums, brake hoses, brake lines. And then in the engine compartment, we're gonna be working on the clutch master cylinder, the clutch slave cylinder. We've got an alternator to work on, and we got a water pump to work on. So we've got quite a long deal here, and hopefully get to remove the radiator also while we're doing that. So we'll be in the engine compartment, we'll be underneath, and we got to get this thing up in the air because, as you can see, it sits fairly low to the ground. And there's no room for big guys like us to crawl under there. So it's time to fly a Saab.
Did you hear that? Big guys like us. Woohoo! I'm a big guy now.
4. All right, coming down.
Coming down. What are you seeing here? Yeah, we're good. It's sliding. So basically, if you want to jack your car up in the back, buy a tongue.
All right, readjust, guys. We'll do one more bite and we should have it.
Dun, dun,
Dave, do you want the DeWalt with the 19 to get the wheels off?
We want to take the wheels off next. Oh, Chuck, it's the doorknob is stuck.
Huh. Pine sap. I'll get some squirt stuffs.
All right, next we take the hood off. It's not attached, so. And you know, these old Saab cars are so cool because you can take the hood off, one guy. So we're gonna take the alternator off because it's frozen, and the water pump, pull the radiator, and then clutch and brake master cylinder, and then the clutch slave cylinder, and then all the stuff underneath. So what I'm doing is this has got the rosebud on it, which is great for heating up big things, but we just want to heat up nuts and bolts, small things. So we are switching to the smaller tip, the torch tip. So this piece of angle, I believe, was put on there for the tow bar. So the first order of business is to remove that.
Oh, I forgot to bring you the squirt.
We're gonna heat them up.
All right.
But first, I'm gonna torch that bumper off.
Well, I like the push bar.
All right, that should do it. I have to beat it with a hammer, I think. So what we're doing here is just heating up these screws. So hopefully they'll come out easier. The metal expands and then contracts and breaks free, maybe. That's the theory, at least. That one's already off. So I'm heating up the nut on the back of the alternator adjuster.
Hey, how do you feel about me using Croil, the oil that creeps?
Why not? Not a sponsor, but that was a free can, so let's use it.
Sure.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Aaron, let's squirt you
Easy
down.
peasy, Chuck. Check it out.
Oil, the oil that creeps.
We need like a soup can for these small screws. Just beat it, Darren. I didn't look. Is there a tab? Careful, it's hot.
Hot.
So we need to take those side nuts off.
Yeah, you're not getting it off that way.
All right.
I'll get you a can.
So I'm cutting the head off of this one. It's got this fabric piece that holds the radiator on, the upper part. And if I heat up that nut with the torch, it'll probably toast that fabric. And we're probably gonna replace it anyway, but
Yeah, Joanne.
why have a bunch of smoke when we don't need it? Here is part of the latch mechanism.
That explains
Got
a few
unbolted.
things.
And do we have the little rubber? Nope.
Yeah, we'll just manufacture those.
Audience, stay tuned. This is gonna get better. I can feel it.
So he's just gonna cut this off right in the center because we're not saving that anyway, so.
Steady and cool and move. Perfect.
You know, and the great thing about working on a Saab 95 is whenever you drop a tool, you don't have to pick it up off the ground.
You may never see it till
Yeah,
the
you may
engine
never
and
find it till you
transmission are
pull the
gone,
engine or
but
something,
that's
you
all
know.
right. Look at that little baby radiator.
All right. So that is flat blade.
Flat blade, Chuck.
Flat blade.
I'm gonna spray it with some Croil.
Royal.
Croil it. Yeah, I think we just flush this out, test it for leaks, and we call it
Oh, it's gonna leak.
good. What?
It's from 1968.
Yeah, but you never know.
The last
Oh,
time.
nope. There's antifreeze, guys. Watch the pan for me. It should go right out this hole. See where the screwdriver is?
I'm bringing it close. Bring
Bring it in, okay. So when this finally glugs, might have to grab the second one. Guys, I think the radiator's good. There's no mud coming out.
That actually looks really good, Dave. Mine had a lot more gunk, and mine's pretty
Oh,
good.
and it's the cool early style. High speed, go faster. Whoops.
We have. Oh.
There's no fixing that.
Yeah, there is.
Look at this. You ain't doing nothing to that.
Oh, it's bent too.
Yeah.
All right, time to start cracking on that combo.
Yeah, the nut's already on the ground.
I think you got it.
Karen, that might be warm. Oh. Well, this isn't gonna freeze. This is called nut lubrication. That's what this is. All right, that can go in the alternator stack. All right, so now that's a 12,
So
and I need a 12 socket, please.
pretty much it doesn't spin, and it's never gonna.
So what I'm gonna do is heat up the nut for the brake line so it'll come off without snapping or twisting the brake line, hopefully. Now we're gonna get a little flame because of the oil, but hey, that just warms stuff up, right? All right, let's see if that does it. Oh yeah, we're in business. It is free.
Woo!
That shoe is seen better days.
Shorn. Oh, that spring sounded lovely.
Hey, fellas. Oh, I was going to warn you to remove the bearing first before you. That way you didn't damage it, but that's okay.
Oh, it was damaged. Hey, how would I damage anything like that?
I don't know.
See what I have to put up with? I gotta come after these guys and clean up their mess.
Whoa! You put up with. It's a joy for you.
A joy. Okay.
Back in 1993, 94, someone put new brakes on this vehicle. And when they did that, they greased the bearing and they put new wheel seals on because these are the greasiest, cleanest that we've seen on a car that we picked up. But then it sat. So it's just baked.
All right, so good job, Boohoo Brothers. We got our list here. We removed the water pump, the alternator, the radiator, the clutch slave, the clutch master, the brake master, the rear wheel hubs, and the brake hoses, and the parking brake cables. So we got everything done on the list, so good job. But the next step is on the bench, we'll take apart the master and the clutch master and the slave and see if we can even rebuild those. Thankfully, we have a whole bunch of extra parts. We could use the old stuff that we have if we need it.
And then there's a whole bunch of cans of parts that are gonna go to the grinding wheel with me and get cleaned.
Yes.
I'm the king of the
master
grinding
wire
wheel, and
here.
so I will make a whole bunch
Well,
of
I
those
think we'll
parts
probably
up.
steam clean the engine off while it's easy to get to. Old Blue is a little bit closer to being back on the road.
A little bit, that much closer.
So next time we'll be reassembling.